All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose at the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
The bum took a swipe at me. Put him down myself.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy. The early bird gets the worm.
I'd rather you took the wheel.
Someone.
You can drive. What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
The Dahlia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with. What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body. Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game. The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter? Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Cause of death?
It could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Interesting. What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Like Dahlia? Text? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? The big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. If there's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder, it was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance.
We would have found him.
Want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey. Waitress. Have another spoon?
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
Hello, hello.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night?
I'll talk in and
about
out.
110 pounds, blonde hair.
I don't want to talk while
about 40 years of
stuff's
age.
going on.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Yeah, I got Xander into this. I don't know if he's gonna hop on, but I got Xander into this, and he was getting a kick out of it. So no, but yeah, I'll talk in and out and try to respond to whoever talks in the chat. But for the most part, yeah, I'll be pretty quiet, just because I don't know. This is my my PlayStation's in the living room. So my parents are out. I think they're thrift shopping or whatever. So if they come back, then I would be even more quiet. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to try to do this proper, so you won't get to see that. But in any case. Yeah.
I think he's a bit of a gangster. He treats me nice.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nuts.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine?
You going to pay for that?
Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine is... was
Yep. There's a lot of actors from a lot of stuff, Law and Order and everything like that. It's pretty fucking awesome. I believe pretty much everyone you see, their voice actor or actress is like legitimately who the character is. Yeah, he's Cole's from Mad Men. I've never watched it, but I believe pretty much everyone you meet and talk to, you're looking at their voice actor or actress, which is really neat. The guy that plays Leland something, damn it. Yeah, I know. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of TV shows. I watch a lot of movie. I get a lot of flack for that. But Leland something or whatever his name is.
If you're waiting for a free drink, it ain't coming.
I know him from shit, what the hell was that movie? It was actually a decent movie, but he's been in a lot of stuff. Australian actor, fucking amazing. But yeah, no, that's another reason why I love this game too. Plus the fact that as much as I don't, no, he's from. Fuck, it was a great. I can't even think. What's his name from Fast and Furious? Paul Walker. It's a Paul Walker movie. It's a Paul Walker movie, but it's really good. But yeah, great actor. I cannot remember his name though. It's really bad. Dinner in America last weekend.
We done?
Oh, okay. Anyways.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
You know him?
No. He's been in...
Oops, okay. I actually own Time Crisis 1 and 2 and Crisis Core. And I have the guns, the gun cons and everything for it. It's on my YouTube channel. But I would have played occasionally on arcade. I didn't play too many arcade games because I didn't really go out to places where there were arcade games. But yeah, I own them. The Time Crisis one, I mean, it should be on my YouTube channel. It was a lot of the stuff I was doing during the pandemic when I was buying all the light guns. So Virtua Cop, Area 51. I don't think I played the Aerosmith one. I could be wrong. But yeah, no, it should be on my YouTube channel. Well, yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, no, I played 1 and 2. I don't know if I played Crisis Core, but I played some of them. But yeah, I have the Gun Con. I have the Gun Con 2. And yeah, I played them. It should be on my channel. If you can't find it, just remind me and I'll try to find the links to them later. But yeah, it should be, 2020, 2021 ish. I think that's when I was playing it.
A couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
Kenzie? Give me the note. The Kenzie, maybe. I that kind of sounds familiar.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger.
Yeah, I kind of do
but not her
remember
wedding
that.
finger.
Celine always wore a red
Well, that
garnet
sucks.
ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
What about her?
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
Okay. I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Uh-oh.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No.
What about the girl that you talked to not too long ago?
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but
Gotcha.
got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice. Really.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. For sure.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Doesn't look like anything.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thank you.
Refill my coffee next time, honey.
You know the way. You can drive.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
I actually have a radio that has
KGPL
or something KGPL related on
know
it.
it's unwise to stand between
Hate
the
that I had to
patient
get rid
and
of
his
it.
medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political,
Primos?
it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother,
that's pretty neat.
brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
I think we only really have like one or two old buildings here in Oakdale nowadays. Very dank. Nice. Well, hey, I mean, we have a fireplace. I don't know if we're ever going to use it, but we do. Our neighbors next door definitely use theirs.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
No, it's a normal house. That's definitely unique.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint. You said I had to go back, Doctor.
Definitely a good indicator.
Fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary arrangements.
You said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal
with it. You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks
Nice.
distinctive.
See ya.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
And good luck, too.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm going to climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty. Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
It's curious that it gave me the sound that, oh, hey, we're done, because, yeah, that's a piece of evidence I'm supposed to look for.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Also, if anyone's curious, and I know now that Xander ain't going to be able to watch this live.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
The reason I keep switching back... Oh, no, I can't do it.
This guy's got a screw.
There we go. You can wear different outfits, and some of them have different things that come with them. So the outsider is your final suit, your arson suit. This is your homicide, obviously patrol, your traffic, and your vice. And then these ones have specific things. So hit harder and take more punches before going down. take an extra dose of damage and stay standing, and then shoot straighter with the Garand and the Colt 45. I just like the way this looks anyways, but it's also pretty damn useful from a bullet, not bullet sponge, because you can still get fucked up, but it does help you out. Excuse me. Anyways, here we go.
You're behind the wheel.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she's probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in. We'll keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Also, Vincent deserves some kind of like award for smooch sent out 59 messages in the span of like 15 minutes.
Going hard. You follow my lead.
I also love this little apartment complex. This is so cool.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's
Hi,
asking?
buddy.
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh,
for
my
RKO,
God.
pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're going to have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
I just want to throw this out there. I've always thought about this when I play this game. How would you react to something like that? You know? He reacted that way. And I know some people would just like break down and implode within themselves. And then obviously some people are kind of like, But do we really know how we would react in that situation? That's so fascinating to me. I lost both my grandparents a year ago, and yeah, I look back on it and I feel like I was maybe not as, I don't know, normal. Is normal the correct word? I don't know, but it's just I think a lot of it has to do with your upbringing and all that stuff. So, anyways,
Slightest hint
kind of curious.
flight risk, pal. You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try the gas.
Also, to whoever's watching right now, hello, hello.
Size 11s.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Hey, Blue, how's it going? Well, nice to hear. I'm doing all right. I'm playing one of my all-time favorite games, so I can
The oldest
definitely
problem
can't
there is what to do about the old
can't be
game.
upset there.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
We know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Also, love the name Blue. I call my cat that. It's a Onimusha 4 reference. Right, love it.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're going to tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
This doesn't look good for you, Jacob.
Oh. What's this bunkum?
I love it. I'm a fan
Call
of
it in and get a squad car
black,
dispatched. And check
pink,
for messages.
and kind of like that
People slugger your
seafoam,
company.
seafoam bluish sort of thing. But I like it. Hey, why not?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez, of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
I agree. Purple, I'm kind of into purple because I'm a big synthwave enthusiast, so pink and purple are kind of like, they go hand in hand. Yeah, purple just has that warm, comforting kind of feel to it. So I agree. And considering I moved from the home I lived in for 35 years, wow. 6 months ago, yeah, that's still hitting hard. But yeah, I agree. I like purple a lot.
Can you drive to this one? Brother said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're going to get.
It feels neither happy nor sad. It's like a in-between kind of thing. You know, it can go either way. And I kind of like that too. Like pink, you're like, ah, happy. Black, oh, sad. But purple just sort of finds its happy medium in between. So, I agree.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment call, Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob, and the public will sleep easier tonight. Run along now, Phelps. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No. No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
I can. The bar owner, McCall, gave you up. He called your house right at the time that someone was smashing Celine's skull in and got no answer. If we find that socket wrench, you're gonna fry. Get it off your chest. Tell me you killed her.
I killed her, all right. I killed her dreams. She was an aviator, famous in her day, flying around up there like a bird, but she never wanted to come back down. You know, my pop was a sod farmer, dirt poor. I joined the Corps, trained to be a mechanic. I did better than my father did. I worked hard for it. It's all you can ask of a man. But Celine. She never wanted to come down from the clouds. She wanted everything I couldn't give her. All I had was security. That was never going to be enough.
You did it. Everything points to you. What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
So, Blue, if you're still on here, besides the love for purple, what else are you into music-wise? What kind of stuff are you into music-wise? Also, I guess you're into video games enough to watch this. Any video games in particular you're into? Let me know.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
You're lying, Jacob. It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
I know, that's like asking, what's your favorite kid kind of situation? I mean, just like, I don't know. I mean, I'm a humongous music fan. Excuse me, but I'm a vaporwave, synthwave. I go off the beaten path kind of thing. So, trust me, I have my loves and I have my not so much loves. That's pretty fucking awesome. I am not very good at playing instruments, but I'm very good at listening and appreciating music. So that alone is pretty cool. I wish Vincent was still on.
I'm not gonna crack.
Yeah, music category. Sorry. Well, but I also want to know what the 4 instruments are. That's pretty fucking awesome too.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would
4
have done
instruments.
exactly the
That's
same.
pretty amazing.
I hit her. All right?
Anyone that plays one instrument is
Not
pretty
proud
cool.
of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? Took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What?
Wow.
What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
Those are not easy either. Although you amazing musician folks are like, it's not that hard. I kind of was a language major, English major, that whole sort of thing, and everyone's like, I don't like writing. I say it's easy writing, but it's when you're good at something, you're good at something. But I just think playing any instrument is impressive, but violin, organ, piano, and accordion, that's woof. Old school hip hop. Okay. So I'm not a huge fan of new hip hop. There are some stuff, but I definitely like old school hip hop.
Please believe me, I didn't kill my wife.
I'm playing the game. Jesus.
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
Can I pause? Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, I like old school hip hop. I'm a product of I was born in late 80s, product of the early 90s as far as growing up, and so yeah, old school hip hop, I'm okay with that for sure.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that. I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that. Well, in that case, I think you should...
Yeah, the new school ones seems... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is... Like, I'm pretty certain if you just gave me about 8 quadrillion pounds, or I guess liters of alcohol... Easy. I actually got Easy on vinyl. I was really lucky to find that at a flea market out in Oakland when I was still living in the Bay Area. But yeah, a lot of the newer stuff is so it's a repeat of the same, basically the same line for one, but it's just so mumbly and I don't like it. It's and again, as someone that was an English major and can appreciate the ability to formulate really powerful lyrics, I don't see that with a lot of modern rap music. So, yeah. But yeah, Eazy-E, I think I have him on vinyl still. I don't think I got rid of that one. It's in not the greatest of shape. That's kind of the nature of finding something at the Oakland flea market, but you know, still pretty cool to have. But again, I think I have it. I don't think I got rid of it.
Talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
What a dick.
We can still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendez guy.
I want to make comments.
You're behind the wheel.
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Man of the people. I used to play... I played soccer for 20-ish years. I was a hockey player for 12 years, both as a goalie, and then I skated out later. Played slow pitch softball for 10 years, and now I'm into just throwing around wiffle balls all day. But I've been around sports my whole life, especially fast pitch. I've been around fast pitch softball my whole life. I coached at my alma mater. I coached JV girls soccer. After I stopped playing. Played indoor soccer. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my entire life. But yeah, athlete and video gamer. That was pretty much my whole life. Right there in a nutshell.
Mendez, apartment 16.
So how about yourself? What you into? Already saw it. We know where we're supposed to go here. Well, I wasn't really good at much as motorsports. I actually I'm 35 and don't have a license, so I don't drive anything. I ride around on an electric bike that kind of looks like a old school motorbike. But yeah, I don't drive anything gas powered or electric powered, I guess, if you want to go like Tesla and all that stuff. My mom is into that because Fremont, which is where I was from originally, had a drag race strip way back in the day, long before I was born. So Fremont was kind of famous for that way back in the day. Prudhomme? Something Prudhomme or whatever. He's into the drag racing and all that kind of stuff. He was really famous and ended up out in Fremont and used to race out there. And then a friend of mine, she graduated with my sister, and biggest crush on her, humongous crush on her. But she ended up in, sorry, I should probably pause this. Motorcycle racing and stuff. Casey Martinez, amazing rider. She retired back in 2018. I just found out. Started a family and everything like that. But yeah, no, I'm not personally a huge fan of it. Just because, again, I don't drive or anything like that. I actually don't normally watch pro sports anyways. Like, I'll read up on it. I'm kind of one of those people that, again, I'm an ex-hockey goalie, so I'm superstitious. Like, I'm Japanese, so I'm a huge fan of Japanese baseball players, but I won't watch like Ohtani. I know tonight is Yamamoto versus Imanaga. Like, I won't watch it because I feel like every time I watch it, something bad happens. So I'll just read up on it and stuff. But motorsports is, I got a lot of respect for that. I have some friends up in Oregon where the dunes are, and so they're big on the ATV thing. As I mentioned, I knew some people that were into motocross stuff, and then I had that connection with Fremont. So, I mean, I have that connection with that kind of stuff, but yeah, I can't say. The only thing I have motorsports connections to, if you're interested, on my channel is I play Daytona USA every now and then on the Sega Saturn. That's about it. Other than that, not terribly great or into it.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Okie dokie.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Also, pardon me, I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you for the wait. So, I know this is, the anonymity of not being known-ish on social media and YouTube and all that stuff, but where are you located in the United States? Anywhere in particular? I know motorsports is, depending on the motorsports, that's like global kind of stuff. But if you're okay with sharing that, where are you located? Wow. I actually played indoor soccer with a couple from Romania. Like, nicest people, too. Her husband was fantabulous. Actually, both of them are really good, but her husband was amazing. Like, nicest people.
At the scene.
And then a good friend of mine, actually, I went to high school with him. He actually ended up writing a book, which I still got to read. Also a really nice guy. I love Romanians. Romanians are the nicest people. That is a gun. Okay. I forgot about this.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Where's the freaking lipstick? Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, okay. That's what I need. Yeah, okay. Lipstick.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
Japan's the same way. Japan's the same way. I think, to be honest, I think most or a vast majority of countries outside of the United States are like that. I hate to say that. There are parts of the United States where we will try to help people, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that we're 100% like that at all. But yeah, I noticed a lot of countries are like that. So yeah, I agree.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Well, I'm also gonna. Okay, I'm depending on how long it takes to finish this, I may or may not still be on. So if I don't end up being back on, thanks so much for joining in. It was actually a pleasure to meet you, and who knows, maybe we'll see each other again in another one of my live streams. But if you do, come back in 5 minutes, then I'll see you in 5 minutes.
We have the murder weapon. Better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there. You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Get in and drive.
I still don't understand why I have to drive. If you're already there, just drive.
Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road.
Well, shoot his ass out, you dickweed.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. I'm trying to shoot out the tires.
What a shot. Jesus.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect, and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves
That would be absolute efficiency right there.
And the press of this city demanded.
I can't remember what the hell I hit in this one, but there we go. So yeah, that was my only intention, was just to play this first one. So I do apologize. The gentleman that I do this stream for was unable to make it. You probably get a kick out of him. He would get a kick out of you. He's a very otherworldly young man, which is saying a lot for teenage Americans nowadays. Especially someone who is... I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there with the political side of things. I love the guy, though. He's like a little brother to me. But we are on different spectrums on different things when it comes to this country. But that was all I wanted to do. But it was actually a lot of fun chatting. If you are interested, subscribe. I'm trying not to be very capitalist kind of, sort of thing. But if you're interested in chatting again, subscribe and hit the notification thingy, because, that's the easiest way to find out when I'm actually live. But I think I'm going to go live again, and I do, I'm going to do in a minute. I'm really into this thing called Bandcamp. I don't know if Bandcamp is really... Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. There's not a whole lot else to watch on this channel, I'm not going to lie. But I do like to do the free music. It's called Get Music. It's a Bandcamp thing. It's awesome if you're into indie stuff, and if you're into that kind of thing, you get free music. You just have to go and dig through it. So I'm actually going to start that stream probably in the next 5 minutes or so. So if you want to join in on that, you are more than welcome to. And we can go and check out some random music and whatnot. But if not, thank you for joining, for one. But just thanks for hanging out. It was actually really nice to meet you. And yeah, be well. Please be safe. And I guess I'll see you soon. Until then, for everyone else, I am Alex with Shonen Flow. As always, keep it smooth and keep it flow. And we will see you all soon. Until then, shadaloo. Well, I guess I should let it save. That's probably a good idea. Okay.